Hi, everyone. Welcome to our presentation on writing services. My name is Kevin Sitz, and I'm the director of the Writing Support Center here within the Academic Assistance and Tutoring Centers. And we are presenting today on some of the services that are available for students in the Writing Support Center. First, we just want to go around and introduce ourselves with our favorite thing about working at UC Davis. And I would say, just to start, that one of my favorite things is just the energy of fall quarter. When we're recording this video, school is about to start in just a couple days, and I always look forward to that time. I love the energy, and I think it's so exciting.
Hi everyone, my name's Ariel Loring. I'm one of the writing specialists, and my favorite thing about UC Davis is being able to commute everywhere on campus via bike.
Hey everyone, my name is Bridget Mabunga. I'm one of the writing specialists as well, and I really love the Arboretum. I love to take my lunchtime walks there, and I hope if you haven't gone there yet, you will go soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Heather Sturman, and I'm the English Language Learner Specialist. And my favorite thing about UC Davis is getting lunch in the coffee house. I really like how a lot of students work there and how all the food is just freshly made and delicious.
All right, thanks everyone. So first, I think we're going to jump into what an appointment is like here in the Writing Support Center. So I wanted to ask the group, how do you suggest a student prepare for a typical writing appointment? Ariel?
So I recommend that you come with questions, have thought about some questions in advance, and then bring whatever it is that you want to talk about. It could be a full draft, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a partial draft. It could be just the prompt. It could be an outline. Whatever questions you have, just bring whatever document corresponds to that. And we have some additional policies on our website for you to read.
Thanks. And Bridget, what should a student expect while they're in a session?
Yeah, you can definitely expect that we're going to create a welcoming and comfortable environment for you. It's very possible that we will ask you to read your work aloud so that you can kind of determine the pace of the session. We'll also expect that you ask questions, we'll be asking questions as well. And then we will be offering suggestions and we'll be offering our perspectives as readers.
Great. And Heather, what do you think a student walks away with after a session?
Well, I really hope that all of you will walk away with your questions answered a little bit more than when you came in. I hope you get a better sense of what you're struggling with and how to improve. And I also hope that you will get some next steps. So for example, a way to improve your thesis or some specific questions that you can ask during office hours.
Great. So next we're going to move into thinking about writing as a process. I think that's one of the cornerstones of our philosophy here within the Writing Support Center in AATC. So you can see on our Prezi that there are a lot of steps in the writing process. We've just shared a few with you here, but what we want to do is take a moment and talk a little bit about where might someone get stuck. So if I were asked the question, where do I get stuck? I think I would probably get stuck with a blank page, just the anxiety of getting started and making sure I can get my ideas out on the page. So I think I would see a writing specialist or tutor at that really early stage for drafting, just to make sure that I can get my ideas out. So just to ask some of the others, Ariel, where might you get stuck?
Stuck at the conclusion. I think it's really challenging to say something profound and meaningful at the end. And so what's hard is to try to do it in a short duration of time. So what really helps me is giving myself some thinking break, like stopping and then coming back to it. And that can be a great time to talk through my ideas with other people too. So I'd probably make an appointment to kind of verbalize those thoughts before I had to turn to writing them down.
And Bridget, where might you get stuck?
Yeah, usually when I'm working on a larger project, I have trouble with the structure. So I can get a sense that something is funky, something is wrong, but I don't know exactly what it is. So I like to go and get feedback on that structure so that I can see it from another person's perspective and then go back and work on reorganizing.
So Heather, where might you get stuck?
I typically get stuck when I have to manage a lot of readings and incorporate or synthesize them into my writing, like for example, for a literature review for a research paper. So what I might come to a writing specialist or tutor with is maybe a list of my readings and ask for some suggestions on how to organize them and how to make sure that they're going to fit into my paragraphs well. I also might work on organizing them into a chart or a table so I can organize them by theme and think about how to form them into body paragraphs to support my thesis.
Great, thanks everyone. Well, as we've been talking about writing as a process, I also just wanted to highlight that really within that writing process, it all starts with reading. And I'm excited to let folks know that you can also bring your readings and your notes over to the Writing Support Center in AATC for support around reading. And not only that, we also have some additional programming around reading.
I organize a student book group called the Reading for Pleasure book group. And this is a great opportunity to read something for fun along with a group of other students. So we choose a book each quarter and read it together. We meet to talk about it, and we have conversations on Discord in the meantime about that book and other books that we're reading as well. If you are interested in joining, you can join from the link on this page.
All right, so again, thank you for taking your time to watch this video and learn more about writing support in the AATC. As you can see on our final slide here, that we have information on our website where you can book an appointment. We also have the fantastic Aggie Grammar Guide, which I definitely recommend that you check out if you have any questions about grammar, things like that. And we also have even more academic support available through AATC if you want to check us out at tutoring.ucdavis.edu. So thanks again and have a great day.